By the way, personally, I wish no ill will to Mr. AB either, you know? Everything happens for a reason. It wasn't even a whole lot of money, but definitely a funny story and pointing to not take shortcuts. Do things the right way, you know? And here we are, another lovely day in Thailand, the land of smiles. Today I am smiling. And I do have another story for you. There was the time myself and my lovely wife were walking through the shopping center here, the local shopping center, and we were killing time before moving into this apartment that we are in now. We've been living here now for 2 years in this one. Before that, we were in another spot. So we had an appointment about 11 o'clock in the morning, and we went for something to eat a lot earlier than that, and we were killing time, walking around, window shopping. Sabai sabai, like they say here in Thailand. It was close to the time when we had to leave and make our way to the condo building. And we were walking side by side out towards the entrance, which is also the exit. Beautiful big glass front. I will show you in another clip. And I was looking in her direction, talking to her, about to walk through the door when boom! I walked straight in to the glass and shattered the whole thing. A big crack straight up the middle of it, right up to the ceiling, and 2 cracks out towards each side. Oh my mamma mia. There was one woman right outside it, and she said something in Thai to my wife. I looked at my wife and I said, come on, we have to go. And my wife says, oh, we have to report this, is not good. And I said, we report it later, and guided her out the other door. We had to walk straight back through the shopping center when I could have walked straight out the fucking door, but I was running away. I just guided my wife straight to the back of the shopping center quickly. I didn't listen to anything that was being said, and out the back into a tuk-tuk, met the woman for the apartment, loved the apartment, signed to move in, moved all our stuff in, with this whole situation running in the background of it all. So we finally got time to talk about it and address it. The day had gone. I had kind of thought to myself, you know, we can go back and admit it was me, make amends, sorry, I'll sort it out. But as the time went on, I got less confident about that, and I didn't want to do it. To be honest, I didn't want to bite the bullet, I didn't want to face it. And I stayed away from that shopping center for about 3 or 4 weeks, passing it, watching the cracked glass turn into a green board. That green board stayed there for weeks, and finally they fixed the window, and I didn't face my consequences. I'm sure I did receive some kind of consequence karmically, but I haven't realized it yet. Maybe something that dropped and broke, or I will think more about that later. But that is an entertaining story for you. The time where I walked straight into a window, bang! By the time the dust had settled and we had taken care of our business, it seemed like I would have been opening up the can of worms again and bringing it on myself. Now, I'm sure many of you won't agree with that, but I will let you decide, and I will let you give your opinion in the comments. But I don't feel in any ways like I done something very wrong. I was shocked. I reacted the way I reacted and took off. Now it's a place I visit all the time. This is going back like 2 years ago, and no one has ever said anything to me about it. Thank the Lord. I have to admit, there are slight little paranoias creeping up in me when I see a security guard or something in there, even though they wave at me and and are very pleasant to me, but it's still something in the back of my mind, because that's what the mind is like. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.